You know how people have been complaining on the internet about the ending of Stranger Things, and spoiler alert if you haven't watched the end of season 5 yet, but like there's this mind flayer we've been thinking about for 10 years, and suddenly he is easily overcome by like this group of high school and college students who magically scale a canyon in 10 seconds without any gear. Nancy Wheeler turns into Rambo without any military training, and it's all magically just resolved in a moment. Well, viewers didn't love that. Although secretly, I just love Stranger Things, no complaints. But readers don't love that either, and that's a big way for them to DNF, is to have these unrealistic, very quickly wrapped up moments of transition or ending. So let's talk about how you can avoid this in your piece. Hi, I'm Nicole. I am the founder of Let's Talking Write and a writing coach, and I'm going through common issues that make your readers DNF and how to avoid them with some simple fixes. So first of all, you want to build stakes. That's a great thing, but don't hype up something too much if you're going to make it really easy to get rid of. That's an easy thing to do, right? We don't need 5 seasons of the Mind Flayer if really the Mind Flayer is going to be 3 seconds and really easy to kill. Think about complexity. So if this thing does take 10 years of our life and 5 seasons to kill off, what would make it a meaningful end? How might we go about really showing the struggle and the challenge? Do characters have to die? Do they have to solve really complex challenges in order to get there? Does it have to take 3 chapters instead of 1? Be fair to your ending. Be fair to your transition. Be fair to your book. Now, one way you can try to fix this before you get there, if you're more of a plotter than a pantser, is to look at your outline. So as you look at the arc of your story, where do you need to slow down, speed up? Where can you put the beats that are gonna really help you move that ending in a natural and aligned way? That is a really good way to sort of get ahead of this. But of course, if you're a pantser like me, then I would say, rather than writing this as a quick piece and free writing it off in 10 minutes and then going back and editing it, overwrite it. I wouldn't usually say this, but overwrite it, right? Write it in 200 pages instead of 20 pages, and then go back and edit and think about what you need and how you need to move the piece forward. But if you're trying to wrap this up neatly with a bow, you might be stopping yourself from exploring what's really there. And finally, think if there's other pieces of your book that are slow moving that you don't really need. Maybe there's a part where you're describing the scene too much. The characters are really taking too long to get to a main point. Your dialogue isn't really moving the story forward. Well, take that out and replace that with a moment of extra dialogue in that ending, or a moment of extra dialogue in that transition where you really could be moving things along if you could just say more. That's it. That's my tip for today. Feel free to check out parts 1 through 4 on my profile if you want some other tips. There's going to be some more great ones coming up. I want to do at least 10 of these. And I'll also be adding some how-tos and some interesting author stuff coming up. And of course, if you'd like to write with me and the rest of the flock, we're launching our main character energy quack pack that is flying out in March, and pre-orders are happening this week. You can save $10 if you pre-order now. So see you for part 5 or part 6. Part 6.